Hi, welcome into Let's Draw. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for being here so early. My name's Korp. I feel like I've not done this for 2 weeks, so I'm a bit out of things at the moment. But yeah, welcome in. My name's Korp. We're going to do a little bit of a drawing lesson. We're going to keep it nice and simple. No pencils today, just a Sharpie and a pen. Usually we do a little bit of a drawing lesson, and then we also kind of do a bit of a giveaway as well, an NFT giveaway. But we're not doing that this week. It's going to be short and sweet and to the point. Talking of which, dog in the chair is in the room as well. Hi, Joff. How are you?
Good evening. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. How are you?
Anything happened in the last 2 weeks that we need to know about?
I don't know. I was off last week, so I'm playing catch up as well.
Oh,
Yeah, crazy. You feel kind of really out of it. I don't know about you, but you come back to Discord, there's 200 notifications, and you just yeah, it's
it
painful.
does feel a bit strange, yeah. Because I mean, all we've done is have a 1 week break. Just didn't do a lesson last week, mind you. I think beforehand, because we had these sessions by Imri, Remouse, and Aaron McPhail as well. So we haven't done like a proper, not a proper drawing lesson. That's not the right way to talk about our guests. But we haven't done like a step-by-step drawing lesson for at least a month now. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I think the last one was with Jess, wasn't it?
Oh, we even had yeah, we did draw something with Jess, so that's okay. It's been a long time though. But it's good to be back, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah, Joff sent me a message earlier. Said, "Can we draw a ghost?" I was like, "Yeah, we can draw a ghost." So we're going to draw a ghost, but we're going to draw it in like Corp Academy style, which is, yeah, it's just going to be a weird old man with a sheet over his head. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. And yeah, that's it. Just a quick reminder then for everybody that's in nice and early. This is we're here with Corp Dogs. Corp Dogs is the project that Joff and I are running on Web3. And the project is all about getting people creative and growing your art collection. So, getting you creative, we're going to do a little drawing lesson today. Growing your art collection, we usually give away an NFT as well. So, the last 3 weeks have been amazing NFTs because we've been giving away some pieces that have been kind of drawn live on stream, or really rare pieces as well that you can only get through this stream, which has been really exciting. I really like the way that's working out. One more thing to tell you then before we do get started. Glitched, hello Glitched, thank you for joining. One more thing to tell you before we do get started is if you want to support the channel, just go to you see our little URL down here underneath Joff, korpacademy.com. Let's draw. If you go there, that gives you everything you need to know about what we're trying to do, but it also gives you an opportunity to support the channel by donating through Ko-fi as well. And if you donate through Ko-fi, you should see a little your name rise just in front of Joff over here somewhere. So that's something new that we're trying to do to help pay Joff to keep him fed on little doggy treats. Right, should we stop
I didn't
talking?
know I was getting paid.
Yeah, that's what we got into Web3 for.
Did you hear my enthusiasm suddenly dial up a bit there?
Yeah. Sorry, mate. It's all dog treats. That's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Should we do some drawing, mate? Are you ready?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to just go through where we're streaming to? Because we've got abstract as
You know,
well. It'd be good to get some love over there.
yeah. So we stream in several different locations. So if obviously we're on YouTube, we're streaming on YouTube, X, and Facebook. So the three main platforms. But we're also streaming on a fairly new platform called Abstract. Abstract's great if you want to go and again support the channel. You can tip over there as well. When you go to Abstract though, it's abs.xyz. All the details are in that little URL down the bottom there of korpacademy.com. Let's draw. When you go to Abstract, it's probably better that you log in. When you log in there, it's nice and easy. If you've got a Google account, just log in and you kind of use your Google account. You're straight in. It'll create you a wallet, which you will need for when we start giving away NFTs again. But also, when you log in, it means you can then comment in the feed, in the comments section. So we've got that. We're also broadcasting on Discord, which Discord is a little bit quiet today. Hi everyone in Discord. Thank you for joining in, you guys. The main reason people joining on Discord is because that's the perfect place to go if you want to share your artwork as well. So as much as I'll be drawing something just here, we'll try and bring in some people's drawings from Discord as well. So yeah, only legends in Discord today. Only legends allowed in Discord today. Right, last thing to say then, before I start drawing, because we are going to just be it's just going to be a quick one today. Before I start drawing, is if you like what we're doing, what the hell is that? Who did that? If you, yeah, sorry, easily distracted by what's going on in Discord. There's like a little mouse thing with a thumbs up. Nice. Yeah, if you like what we're doing, just please go and share. Just take this moment before we start to wherever you're watching from. Just go and share it. Go and tag a friend. Go and like it. Put a comment in. All that kind of stuff. It just helps the channel grow. Loads. There you go. We're set. Let's do it. Let's get on with some drawing, because last time I tried to change screen into the overhead camera, it took about 5 minutes. So let's see if it works a bit quicker. Oh, it did work quicker this time. That's awesome. Materials wise then, this is what you're going to need today. As usual, we're going to keep it really simple. Stolen paper is always the best. So those of you that work for a living, unlike myself and Joff, we just colour in for a living. Those of you that work for a living, yeah, go and steal some paper from work. Just a couple of sheets of photocopy of paper. Your artwork always looks better on stolen paper. Get into the stationery department as well and nick a couple of pens. You just want a fat pen and a thin pen. If you're feeling really confident, go and steal a pencil as well. Sometimes we use a pencil, but I think pencils are overrated. So we'll go straight in with pens today. For those of you that want to be like really anal and have exactly the same pens as me, I'm using a Sharpie from like 2023, so it's quite an old Sharpie. I'll be using that today as my fat pen, and as my thin pen, I'm going to use the Sakura Pigma Micron PN. PN means, does anybody know what PN means? I'm going to leave that. Glitch It needs to know the link for Discord. Joff will be with you in a second. Glitch It, he'll let you know. What is it? Discord.gg/Korp Dogs. Again, Glitch It. You see the URL down below, korpacademy.com. Let's draw. Every question you could possibly have will all be answered in there, mate. Let's do some drawing, shall we? Let's draw a ghost. Now, as we draw this ghost, the main thing we're going to learn is about flicking off. We're going to do loads of flicking off today. So, are you ready? Go and grab your Sharpie. Let's go and start this this character. And the first thing we'll do is we're going to draw like a really wide bucket shape. So I reckon about here somewhere. Don't go too close to the edge of your page. Bring it in a little bit. And we want a wide kind of bucket shape like that. So there's our starting point, yeah? So just go and give that a blast. See if you can draw that simple little shape. Then what we'll do is we'll go and put in that's the shirt that our ghost is wearing. Hey farts. That's the shirt our ghost is wearing. The next thing we'll do is we're going to put in some hands, and we'll do the fingers later. But for the hands, what we're going to do is just here, we're going to have a little curve that comes out. Again, don't go too close to the edge, but just there, a little curve that comes out. As you're going up to the top, you want to be level with the shirt there, you see. Don't go too high. Same kind of thing on the other side. Just curve it around. So now we've done the whole top half of the character that is not underneath a sheet. Nice and easy. Right. Next bit we'll do, whenever I'm teaching people how to draw, I try to make it so that when I'm drawing a line, the lines are really simple. So they might only bend in one direction. There might only be one corner in them. This next line's got like a million corners in it. So this is going to be one of the most complicated lines we've ever done in the Korp Academy. I would zoom in if I knew how to. I can't remember how to zoom in anymore. So I'm going to leave it like this. But what we're going to do is, you see this hand that we've got here? You're not going to start right at the tip. You're just going to come down that hand a little bit. Yeah. And we'll do a little line that kind of comes out and then back in. As we come back in, we're going to hit the top of those two lines. Okay, that's the first section. That just there, let out, come back in, hit the top of those two lines. I can definitely hear some weird audio going on. Don't know what that is. People talking. Might be people outside my studio. Right, we've got that in. That's out. That's the first part of the line. Second part of the line. Watch this. We're gonna flip back again, all the way across, and then back again. If that makes any sense. Look, watch this line. So we're gonna start from there. We're gonna flip over here, and then curl all the way back. Look, it's like an S. Just do an S. Don't go too high up though. It's like an S shape. Over on the other side, let's do something similar. Oh, I know what it is. I know why I can hear talking now. I could hear somebody talking. It was like a really grating voice that was getting on my nerves. Then I realised I had my volume turned up on abstract, so I could hear myself on abstract. Tech issue fixed. Right, we've got that S in, yeah? So we've gone that first curve round. We've got that S in. That S, we're going to repeat that. We're just going to flip it over. We're going to mirror it, okay? So just there, let mirror. And back out that way. So you see we've got this, like, I don't know what to call that shape. It looks like it should have a name. It's like a capital H on its side. I don't know. But it's a weird old shape. Let's put in another one of these. Okay, see if you can repeat that one. Maybe make it a little bit longer. I don't know, but you want to get over all the way to finish over on this point. Are you ready? Here we go. So we're going to come out this way, all the way across, back in, finish up on that point. Wonky and wavy is good. This is very symmetrical. I wouldn't normally go this symmetrical with it. Symmetry is overrated. Let's wrap it up. Let's bring it home. This is stage one finished. We're going to take that line, continue it. It's going to hit this one. It's going to hook around. It's going to go back onto the hand. So it's the same as this side, yeah? Just there, look. Hit that bit. And back around. Oh my god, why is my storage full? Right, everybody got that in? Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to double line everything we've just done there. So yeah, just take your pen and just go over all of that again. Double lines, and it's not about making the line twice as thick. It's about making the line twice as wonky. It's like one of those like founding rules, one of those really important rules within the Korp Academy on how to draw, mainly because it enables you to enjoy drawing more. There's loads we can hide behind these wonky lines. So here we go. Let's just go over it all again. Look. In fact, you might even see on mine how it makes it, just kind of improves it all by having this different line weight. Professional artists would call it line weight, but we're just going to call it going double wonky. So just go over all of those lines again. Double wonky with it. See how wonky you can get away with as well. Sometimes it's cool to, you know, really push the limits. Have some really fat bits and some really thin bits. You'll be surprised how much you can get away with. But essentially what it means is any time that you kind of, if you make a little mistake somewhere, you can usually fatten out your line to cover over mistakes. And that becomes a lot more liberating as an artist. Right, everybody got that in? So can you tell what that is yet? I love the idea of not telling people what we're drawing and just doing this kind of stuff and seeing how far in we get before anybody knows what we're doing. Okay, let's go and draw in the ghost face. We're going to leave that. We're going to move up the top. A bit of a leap of faith here. Let's go and stick in a happy sausage. Are you ready for the happy sausage? So happy sausage is going to be the mouth. So don't go too high up on here. Maybe bring it down to about there. We've got a happy sausage. We've got a couple of eyes, and we've got the head as well. Okay, so or the top of the head anyway. So 1, 2, 3. Don't go too high up. Also, don't go too wide as well. But let's go and stick a happy sausage in. We want to make this character look relatively happy. About there, I think. There, that's a happy sausage, known as a happy sausage because it's a sausage shape and it's curling up. My second favourite shape is the grumpy sausage, which is the same shape, just upside down. Art by Le Hyena. How can you do a hyena ever? I don't think I've ever drawn a hyena. Closest I've done is a dog. I think we've drawn a few dogs in our time, Joff and I. I think Joff's probably got the biggest collection of cartoon dogs in the world. Let's double line that happy sausage. Make it nice and wonky. Should we get inside? Let's get inside that and put in a set of teeth and a tongue. Set of teeth. So you remember that bucket shape we did down the bottom? Let's go and do another bucket shape. This time there, and there. There's our bucket shape. You don't need to double line this bit because we're going to do some colouring in. And if you're anything like me, I know you love colouring in. If you don't like colouring in, then a big set of teeth, big mouth is the way to go. Oh man, I just realised I didn't have the comments on in Discord. Sorry, everybody who's talking away in Discord. Yeah, Joff's done a great happy sausage. Pickle says a dog nose shape. That's a good point. Right, there's a teeth. Nice big tongue if you don't want to colour in. So there's our tongue just there. Back of the mouth. Let's colour that in. Those of you that are in Discord, feel free to share your artwork. What I'll do is, today we're just going to bring your drawings in right at the end. We'll have a little review of people's artwork right at the end. But yeah, Joss is looking great. C-Stitch is looking great as well. C-Stitch has gone for 3 ripples in the bed sheet, if that makes any sense. Farts, you haven't missed too much, mate. I'm sure you can catch up. Top set of teeth. Do you want to put some actual teeth in? We can just sort of separate it out. Put some actual teeth in. It's up to you. I kind of like that. I think that works. Now, the bit we're going to do next is we're going to go and put some cheekbones in. Hi, Tanya. Can I hear you? No, I can't. You don't shout at the TV. That's not how TVs work. Tanya was shouting at the TV and expecting me to hear them. She's not been having a good day. It's never a good day if you're shouting at the TV. Right, where else are we? Stop distracting me. We're going to put in some some cheekbones. We're going to put in some cheekbones, and that's where the eyes are going to grow out from. Okay, so rather than just putting some circles in, that's boring. Let's put in some cheekbones. Cheekbones are going to sit as little curves just above the mouth, just above the happy sausage, just there. Look, little double-ended flick off. I told you we were going to get plenty of chance to flick off today. So a little double-ended flick off. That means you want to be fat and wonky in the middle, but you also want to be thin and flicked off on the ends. You want it quite high up as well, so that we can have the eyes grow out. And then the eyes will grow out from about here. Let's whack them in. What do you think? Just there? That looks all right. Just there. I was really pleased with the first one. The circular eye on the first one. Look at that. That was really nice. Then I wonked it up a little bit just over there. Do we need to let's not double line that. Let's just colour it in. Colour in your eyes. Fill the time with anything. I always struggle with what to say when I'm colouring in, because it's like there's only so much you can say. I can probably remind you actually that if you wanted to donate, there's a couple of ways you can support the channel nowadays. One is you can get on Abstract, sign up with a Google account, get on there, and you can tip us. You can add money to your wallet on Abstract, and you can send us tips. That helps us keep the channel growing. The other way is going to korpacademy.com, let's draw, and looking for the Ko-fi link. You can also send us donations there as well. Should we flick off? Let's flick off a couple more times. 3 more times. We're going to flick off across the top of the eyes and we're going to flick off across the bottom lip. Okay, so here we go, little flick off, double-ended flick off, also known as a floater. So stick a couple of little floaters in there, maybe one down here. Look at how that just consistent fat lip all the way round our character. Go and throw that in. Fart says evening all, had to reboot but caught up. Nice work, Farts. Yeah, you know me. I never work too fast. We've got 10 minutes left and then we're finished. Honestly, when Geoff said, "Can we draw a ghost today?" I was like, you do realise how easy a ghost is to draw. It's one of the things I really struggle with from a point of view of like actually making it last a decent amount of time. How many lines have we got left? Just a handful of lines. What do you want to do next? Let's go and put the head. Let's go and put the head in. So the head is a big upside down U shape, and again, it's going to be a flick off. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top there. We're going to jump over that eye, and then we're going to drop it down. It's going to drop down to, if you can have it dropping down to the edge of one of these, pointing to the edge of one of your weird bits here. That's perfect. That's ideally what you want. If you can't have it pointing there, it's not the end of the world. But try and have it so it's pointing towards them. So here we go. Let's see what this looks like. Just coming from the top there, and a little flick. Don't go all the way down. Really important. You don't go all the way down. You need to leave yourself a nice big amount of space there. Something similar over on the other side, just round there. Drop it down, flick it off. Remember, fat and wonky in the middle, thin and flicked off around the ends is what we're going for. How are we doing? Everyone doing all right? Oh, I see what you mean, Tanya. No, I could hear myself. Like an amateur, I'd left abstract, the audio up on abstract. Where we go next? Let's nice work, Farts. Shiny teeth, Farts. Shiny teeth, Farts. Anyway, just for anybody who's not in Discord, Farts is the name of somebody who's in Discord, so that's why I said that. Shiny teeth, Farts isn't a an action. Should we move on? Let's go and finish off the side of the head, and then we're going to flick the side of the sheet, and then we're going to flick off some lines for the fabric. Okay, so we'll take it right from the side here. We're going to kind of travel upwards, and then we're going to slowly join in to this bit. It's kind of like the way the fabric kind of goes over the head and then over the shoulders. So like this, look, up there, and about there. I think that looks all right. Double line it. Let's try and do something similar over the other side. That's a weird looking ghost. I like it though. C-stitch, that's looking great. I'd be tempted to take that second tooth out completely. Just colour it in completely. You know, make it go missing. I always think if you've got a character, if you've drawn a character and it's got a tooth missing, that's a little bit of narrative in there. You know, you're creating a little story about that character's seen some stuff. It's just my view. Okay, let's flick off. We're going to flick off. You see the edges of these bits, these weird bits that are sticking out? We're going to flick them off up top. Flick off like that. Flick off. And what we're trying to do is just create a bit of a ripple in the fabric. So we flick off across those top bits. This is where you really want to be trying to get as much of a thin end with your fat pen. That's why I call it flicking off. You just want to imagine like an aeroplane just taking off. You know, it's just kind of going across, and all of a sudden it's just taking off really, really gently. The gentler you do it, the better your flicking off is going to be. So yeah, go and throw in some gentle flick offs. And then what we'll do is we'll go on the inside. That's the outside of the fabric. Let's go inside the fabric now with these little bits, and we're just going to join them up. Look at that. Just take them up to the top. We got ourselves Some weird looking little fabrics. That kind of works. That's kind of there, isn't it? Right, that's our ghost sorted. We'll come back to that with a thin pen in a little while, but let's go and throw in some details down the bottom now. Let's finish this off. Let's start at the top, work our way down. We're going to throw in some fingers. So in each hand, let's put in some fingers. Look, 1, 2, 2 lines gives us 3 fingers. 1, 2, 2 lines gives us 3 fingers. There you go. Farts has just said they're Stray Farts on Insta. Anybody wants to follow an interesting Insta account, go to Stray Farts on Insta. Why not change your username so Korp says something funny? Rude face, green, smiling. I hate the way that my system brings in emojis as a description rather than the actual emoji. Green face, rude, smiling. OZ, that's looking good. Pickles, sorry, that's looking good. Nice work, Pickles. Loving the extra detail on the teeth. Pickles has put loads of little tiny teeth in. I'll show you in a sec. Let's go and quickly get the legs in because we've got 4 minutes left, and we're going to quickly get the legs in. Right, you ready for this? So the legs are, each leg is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and that's for the whole leg, foot, and everything. Awesome work, Farts. Right, okay, you ready for this then? So find the middle of this bit. This is your shirt. Find the middle, and then we're gonna. The lines will start from either side of your finger. Your finger is going to be like the undercarriage. It's going to be the gap between the legs. So we'll do an L shape. So we're going to come from there. We're going to go down, and we're going to go across. That is the back of the leg and the sole of the foot. So go and do that bit first. Second thing you'll do. That's 2 lines. Third line you'll do is you're going to just jump back from there all the way back to here, but you want this end to be a bit kind of thicker than this end. So what I mean by that is like kind of just jump up and then take it back like that. That's our shoe. That's our shoe done. 1, 2, 3, fourth thing we're going to do just there is let's go and put a little bit of fabric that's just ruffled over the top of the shoe. So you see where we've got the edge of the shirt just there. Just kind of go down from the edge of the shirt. I think that's a good place to put it in. Take a little line, it kind of jumps up and then just flicks off. Another little flick off. And then our final line to finish that off, just bring it in to there. And there we've got ourselves a little leg and a shoe sticking out. Let's go and double line it. Oh, in fact, I'm going to colour in the shoe black. Why not? We've got 2 minutes left. Let's colour in the shoe black. Reckon you can do the same thing on the other side? Let's go and quickly whip it in. The same thing on the other side. So just there. 1, 2, 3. There's our 3 lines to get the back of our leg and our foot in. Thank you, C-Stitch. Yeah, I'm struggling to count to 5. Anytime, if there's more than like 4 or 5 steps to something, then I kind of lose it a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is for the front of the leg. It's for the little bit of ruffled fabric. So I'd cut from there, let's little jump across, bring it all together, and let's double line all of that. Don't need to double line the shoe because we're colouring it in. No point in making that line wonky when you're just going to put a load of black on it. Okay, let's go and get a thin pen in. So whenever I'm drawing, my favourite thing is to go in with one fat pen first and then go in with a thin pen second. So go and grab your thin pen. I'm using a Sakura Pigment Micron PN. PN is plastic nib, just in case you were wondering. And it's just a much thinner pen. So what we're going to do now is just, we're going to go through our picture. We're just going to add some extra little details to it. So just have a little bit of fun with this. OZ, I like the fact that OZ's just not putting the feet in and going with no feet, which looks awesome. Let's start at the top. Let's work our way down though on this one. Let's go and put in some, maybe just put in some fabric and things like that. So just little lines with little stitches. Maybe even a little patch. That's how you draw a patch, look. Little square with two little lines either side. Maybe we can put a little patch over here as well. Try not to think about it too much, just chuck it in. If it doesn't work out, if it doesn't look any good, don't do it anymore. If it looks okay, do it again. That's the kind of way I like to draw. Just go throw some patches in. Maybe even throw some stitches in and stuff like that. There's no right or wrong with this. Let's get up in the tongue. Let's just hash out that tongue a little bit. So because we're using a thinner pen, we can use it for a bit of tonal work as well. So we're just going to bring in this mid-tone by doing these little hashed lines, top to bottom, all the way across there. See how that tongue is now a little bit darker? You can go and do that with other patches around there. You can maybe shade out some of the teeth if you wanted to. I like flicking in a little bit of graining on the teeth though. So let's just flick a few lines. Again, flick, flick. Cairo will love this. It's all about flicking. Let's flick a few lines around the eyes as well. Let's just flick a little line there. Little line there. Just to give those eyes a little bit more of a crease. That's nice. A little bit of texture. Let's just put some little circles in. Don't think about it too much. Just throw them in. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's get down. We're going to shade in the bits of fabric that are folded in between the ghost. See, I don't know if that made any sense, but these bits, let's just, same way as we did the tongue, just lines top to bottom. If those of you that can afford other pens and colours and stuff like that, you can just colour this bit in grey or a different colour. But I genuinely like working just with black pens, because it just makes everything so accessible. There you go. See how we're getting a little bit of depth coming out in there? Right, let's go into the hands. Let's go and put in some little fingernails. Look at that, little L shapes. Look. Little tiny L shapes in there. If you've got space, maybe throw in some knuckles. Little quote marks. Quote mark, quote mark, quote mark. I'm not sure if I can how to zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. No. Woo. Okay, that's about as good as it gets. Pickles gone rogue. That's awesome, Pickles. Do you know what this is? What it's all about. My lessons are all about me just kickstarting your creativity, and then by the end of it, I want you to be fed up with listening to me. I want you to go and do your own thing. So Pickles is absolutely onto something there. Let's wrap this up though. This bit here is a shirt. Let's go and put in a shirt. So just two little lines down there. Let's go and put in a button. Something like that. A couple of circles with some dots in it for some thread. I don't know. Let's also maybe even put in some stitches. Stitches up the side. I don't know. You can't go too far wrong with this. Just demonstrates that it's fabric. When you put those little dashed lines for some stitches, just makes it look like it's fabric. Let's get down into the trousers. I am going to hash out the trousers completely. Just so they look like a darker pair of jeans. If you want to get straight lines, draw them fast. The faster you draw, the more in control you can be, the straighter things or the smoother things are going to look. Let's finish off with a little puddle around our character. Same way as we did that bit of fabric across the bottom there. There you go, there's our little puddle. But just throw in some extra little drips and things. I don't know why he's standing in a puddle. I don't want to know why he's standing in a puddle. Okay, last few seconds then. Just go and add some extra little treats, whatever you want to do to yours to personalise it, to finish it all off. What am I going to do? I'm going to add in some spots on the background. If I can't think of what to draw, I'll just add in spots. I think I'm going to add in loads of drips as well. But these drips are all going to go upwards. If you want to make something look weird, have the drips going upwards. Let's put one up there as well. There we go. Loads more drips all over the place. And then we'll wrap it up just there. I'm going to put some little drips on the front of our character as well. Needs something down the bottom, doesn't it? Let's sign it down the bottom. Never be shy with your signature. You don't want to sign it in pencil on the back. You want to sign it on the front in pen where everybody can see it. Little street art crown. There we go. I think we're going to leave it there. What do you reckon then? Quick 30-minute tutorial on how to draw a really simple ghost or just a weird old man in a sheet. Okay, what we're going to do now is everybody who's in Discord, if you want to share your artwork, go and drop it in Discord, and I'm just going to bring in some people's art. We'll have a quick look. Like I said before, right at the start of the session, there's no NFT giveaway today, so there is. Yeah, Joff's not going to be bringing up his Wheel of Losers. Joff gets 100% to enjoy himself drawing and monitoring 7 or 8 different chats whilst we're broadcasting today. Let's pick. I think this is Pickles. Okay, so we said Pickles kind of went rogue. Let's see if it will let me drop this in. It might be huge. Look at that. Awesome work, Pickles. Well done, mate. That's looking really nice. We've got the red dots in the eyes. Got a little bit of white Posca on there as well. And so just a little point that I think is really cool is that it looks like Pickles has drawn the underneath of the shoes, the soles of the shoes, and that makes it look like the ghost is floating. If you did that, I'm sure you did that on purpose, Pickles. If you did, well done, mate. That's looking really good. Nice. Right, who else have we got? Anybody else wanting to post their artwork? Ooh. Got a few in here now. That was Pickles. Who's this one? This one was you, Ozzy, wasn't it? No feet. Let's bring Ozzy's in. Again, look at that. That's looking awesome, mate. Really nice. Excellent. You can just about see, look at the little bit of pencil shade. I always joke the pencils are for losers, but look at how good the pencil work looks on there. Just that little bit across the teeth. And a little bit underneath the character, just to make it look like it's floating. You guys have got the floating absolutely nailed down. Who else we got? Let's have a couple more. So C-Stitch. Let's bring C-Stitches over. This is looking good. It's also looking absolutely massive. Let me just see if I can minimize that a little bit. We'll work on better ways of bringing in people's drawings. Look at that, though. That's awesome. Nice. Do you know what I'd do, C-Stitch, if I were you? It's just around the top of the head. Just double wonk that line up a bit. It's a nice smooth line. I really like it because all your other lines are fat and wonky, as they should be. I just think you need that line across the top of the head to be a little bit fat and wonky as well. Yeah, you took the tooth out as well. I think, was it yours that had the tooth kind of like half missing anyway? That's a great touch. And I like what you've done with the shirts. Nice. Cheers, C-Stitch. Well done, mate. We've got King of the Dogs. Let's bring Korp, Joffs in. It's massive again. Look at that. Nice work, Joff. Love those drips coming off at the top. And just in case you didn't know, there's...
Yeah, I was quite pleased with that.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate. Let me just make it a bit smaller so we can get your Twitter handle in as well. at Joff NFT. Do you know what Joff's done? I don't know, and again, I'm sure he's done this on purpose. But look at the shading around the legs. See how the lines are really close together on the outside, and they get further apart on the inside. Just makes it look like it's dark on the outside, lighter on the inside, which is something you want to do with like any kind of horror stuff that you want to do. Rather than putting in a regular shadow, like sun's coming in from the top and everything's shadow underneath. If you're drawing horror stuff, you want shadows on the outside and light on the inside, and that's exactly what Joff's done. In between the leg.
Yeah, I wasn't that's the effect I was going for, but I wasn't sure what placement to go with.
No, you've nailed it, mate. You've nailed it. It's amazing. It's great.
Nice.
Excellent stuff. Cheers, Joff. Well done, mate. Let's have I think that's it. Oh no, we've got one more. Farts is in. Oh no, we've got is that another one from Pickles as well? Let's have one quick look at Farts art. There you go. That's brilliant. I love the shape of the shoes on yours as well. And we've got that one pointy, sharp tooth there, avoiding the tongue. What I really like about yours is how big the eyes are as well, Farts. The eyes looking that big is really good.
It's for Ozzy's ghost.
Did I miss one?
In there.
What did she do? Oh yeah, with the little dots. I didn't even mention that, did I? Have I still got it? Yeah, look at that. There you go. There's Ozzy's. So yeah, if you want to make eyes look like amphibian-y, lizardy, just like completely black, little white dots, little reflections in there. Looks really nice, really spooky. That's what it's given to me anyway. Nice. Well spotted, Joff. Cheers, mate. All right, let's go. We've got one more, right? Totally by design, Fart says. Yeah, mate. Take it. I always think, even if you're drawing stuff and you do it by accident, you still drew it. You still take credit for it. Okay, let's get this is one last one from Pickles, and then we're going to wrap up because I'm doing things wrong all over the place here. So there you go. One last piece from Pickles. Let's bring it in there. Awesome stuff, mate. That's looking great. So creepy. What's it say? That's my sheep. Make no excuses, son. So this is self-portrait from Pickles, and yeah, there's his mum in the picture as well. Property of mum. Is that what it says on your bed sheets? Property of mum. Nice one. Well done, mate. That's really cool. Love it. Okay. Right then, Jeff. I think we're done, yeah? Any announcements we need to make for next time?
No, I don't think so. I think we're back next week, normal time, aren't we?
Yeah. So no special announcements, but we are back again next week. So yeah, we'll get back on with it, and we're going to do at least 3 or 4 sessions in a row. So yeah, tune in every single week for the next few weeks on Wednesdays, 8 o'clock or whatever time it is in your part of the world. Paper, Sharpie, pen, maybe a pencil if you're feeling a little bit adventurous is all you're going to need to take part. Do yourself a favour, go to abstract.abs.xyz and set yourself up a wallet, because I'm pretty sure we'll be back to doing a giveaway, NFT giveaway next week as well. So yeah, thank you very much for coming in, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Enjoy the rest of your night, day, morning, and we'll see you all next week. Take care.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.